All right, welcome back to Big Board. I thought I'd do a quick little overview of the victory conditions for the campaign for the Forgotten Battles. As you can see, it's a full map situation. We're not completely set up yet. A couple of clarifications. I'm using the Blitzkrieg Legend Hedgehogs, for which they're actually not enough to do the full German defensive setup. So I'm using 4 rated and 3 rated hedgehogs to represent the balance of the hedgehogs that are required. 3 rated ones are actually 1s, and the 4s are 2s. So it'll be easy enough to remember because nothing can be higher than a 2 in this particular game. So that keeps life simple. Now we're looking at the map from north to south, so it might be a little disorienting, but Smolensk is here. Minsk is over here, and then you've got the Dnieper River and the usual, Vitebsk and Orsha and Mogilev and Gomel and all that sort of fun stuff. So taking our time with the setup. Now, here's what's interesting. Let's see if we can move the camera a little bit. VP conditions. I'm going to grab the rules actually. Here we go. So each of these red icon, meeples is worth 1 VP, and the black meeples are worth 2. And then if we look at the, where is it here, the victory conditions, and Minsk is worth 3. If you can capture Minsk, you can see, I think that's Minsk there. And this is Vilnius, I think, Vilnius all the way down there in the far area. And obviously Vitebsk is worth 2 there. I think just mainly because of the rail line connection. Okay, so there's a second option though. Well, actually, so before we get there, in order to win, the Soviets require 6 VPs, and Axis win if there's 3 VPs or less. Any other result is a draw. But there is another alternative that involves activations by front, where you have to run for a minimum, I think it's 3 turns, but you write down a strategic and operational objective, and if you accrue or capture the strategic objective, that's worth 3 VPs, and then I believe it's also 1 VP for the operational objective. But you have to then, if you run under that model, you will then have to capture 19 or collect 19 VPs for a win. So I think that gives you a little more flexibility. I'm probably not going to do that for this game just because I'm playing solo. But an example of that would be the Russians starting back here somewhere near Smolensk, identifying Orsha as the strategic objective because it has to be a city, and then your operational objective is allowed to be either a bridgehead crossing or a confluence at a village. I think it's a village. Yeah, a village where there's 3 or more railroad trails intersect, and that would then allow you to accrue those VPs that way. So it's kind of interesting. I'm not sure. There's some vast undefended areas here that will without hedgehogs and whatnot. So we'll have to see how we plan the defenses there as the Germans, and how the Russians can take advantage of that. The good news is that, the interesting news is that the Western Front and to Belarus, which will be this area here actually, they're well into about to be required to take a pause and do a regroup. So I think that's why there's probably less defensive stuff set up there. But we'll get all the units laid out the next day or so, and then we'll kind of go for it from there and see what happens. That's certainly interesting, particularly given the vast marshes that we have here, the partisan rules allowing the Soviets to build trails, things like that, and actually the partisan rules themselves are pretty interesting as well. So, all right, we'll see how far we get. I don't know how much fun or how interesting this will be, but we'll work through it until we decide we need to play something else. All right, talk to you soon.